Who is this Mickey Truth girl? Who qualifies her to put a work on these people?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mickey Truth, aka the Queen of Paperwork, and I am back with another video. As always, all information contained in this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. All information used in this video is per the Fair Use Act, and any conclusion that you draw is on you, not me. So let's get it. Alright, y'all. So y'all just hit the ground running since I said I'm coming back to the Chicago sector. Well, it is being rumored that FBG cash murder weapon connected to another murder. And I'm like, what? So a name came across from one of my subscribers that got the name from another YouTube channel, Stephon Mack, right? And when I Googled it, it showed multiple news outlets and things reporting on Stephon Mack being shot to death January 27th, 2022. So I'm like, okay, so let's check it out and see what we can find. Well, in the news article, it does say that 2 people were charged with the murder of Stephon Mack. But guess what the catch is? It was a murder for hire plot that resulted in a fatal shooting in Chicago. And this is the press release from the federal government. So I'm just like, oh, what you mean a murder for hire? So according to the press release, it says that 2 men have been indicted in federal court in an alleged murder for hire conspiracy that resulted in a fatal shooting in Chicago's Roseland neighborhood. Anthony Montgomery Wilson, 24, and Preston Powell, 23, both of Chicago, are charged with conspiracy to use an interstate facility in the commission of a murder for hire, according to an indictment unsealed Wednesday in U.S. District Court in Chicago. The pair is also charged with an individual murder for hire account, while Montgomery Wilson also faces a weapon charge. According to the indictment in a search warrant filed in the case, Montgomery Wilson and Powell conspired with each other and others to murder Stephon Mack in exchange for money on the afternoon of January 27th, 2022. Now, listen, when I saw "and others," so I'm like, well, who is the others? So, I'm like, all right, let me find out. This got some legs on it. Now, this is a picture that the news had put out in regards to Anthony Montgomery Wilson. Well, let's take a look at the indictment. According to the indictment, listen, it says the facts supporting the probable cause is as follows. Alright, so it says that Stephon Mack, also known as Youngin, was shot and killed outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland, located at 420 West 111th Street, Chicago, Illinois. In October 2023, Powell was charged in connection with Mack's murder. A warrant was issued for Powell's arrest. The FBI has identified a Facebook account belonging to Powell, and there is probable cause to believe that the location information concerning the Facebook account will assist law enforcement in arresting Powell. So as of the date of this indictment, Powell was not accounted for, okay? It says murder of Stephon Mack. On January 27, 2022, Stephon Mack, also known as Youngin, was shot and killed outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland, located at 420 West 111th Street, Chicago, Illinois. According to its website, YPC is a non-for-profit organization offering youth-related workshops that mentor teens and teach youth the skills necessary to avoid conflict and violence. According to the records and information obtained from YPC, at the time of his death, Matt was a YPC participant. So pause. So basically, he was trying to get his life back on track. So this is wild, okay? Now, it continues to say, based on video surveillance footage obtained from YPC at approximately 2:22 p.m., while Mack was still inside YPC, a 2014 black Chrysler 300 sedan with tinted windows, the Chrysler, driven and occupied by the shooters, entered YPC parking lot. The Chrysler was initially parked on the east side of the parking lot, okay? However, it was facing YPC, but at approximately 2:25 p.m., the Chrysler moved to the west side of the parking lot. So it seemed like they were just sitting and waiting. And actually, the paperwork does say they was waiting for the victim to come out. Now, let's get into the details of what happened once the victim came out. All right, at 11, it says, based on video surveillance footage from a nearby community center and residence, after killing Mack, Shooter A fled eastbound on foot away from YPC. Shooter A proceeded southbound to 111th Street and then eastbound on 111th Street. Around that time, an individual was observed walking around the backyard of a vacant residence located at 318 West 111th Street. Based on records and information provided by the Chicago Police Department, later that day, law enforcement recovered a Ruger AR 5.56 pistol. Then it gives the serial number. So they actually have this pistol in their possession, right? And it was located at the residence there, right? According to records and information provided by the Illinois State Police Laboratory, established that the recovered pistol was the firearm used to shoot and kill Mack. According to the records and information obtained from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and explosive. The thing is moving a little slow. Okay. The recovered pistol was purchased by individual A at a federal firearms license located in Atlanta, Georgia, in or around October 2020. Based on video surveillance footage provided by YPC, information provided by the Chicago Police Department, and information provided by YPC security guard, which also he was shot. Shortly after the shooting commenced in YPC's parking lot, YPC security guard stepped outside into the parking lot and was shot in the left leg by Shooter B. After shooting the security guard, Shooter B fled westbound from YPC on foot. Okay, and this is the video screenshot of the surveillance. And I'm gonna be honest, based on the build and the picture that they show of the individual that they don't have in custody, it seems like this is a Shooter B. Now, that's just how I'm putting it together. Again, don't know. But it does seem like the skinnier fella who they do have in jail would be the one that they consider the actual, I guess, shooter. Right? Now, with that being said, none of the paperwork said that a rifle was located. Now, I haven't per se looked into the FBG cash case. However, I don't even see that mentioned in the paperwork at all that it's connected. And to my understanding, FBG cash death is unsolved. So, kind of like a little shaky on why people are tying it together or not. So especially when a rifle has not been recovered. It was a pistol. Now, maybe it was a incorrectly speaking type thing. Maybe they mean the pistol. Not sure. But based on the paperwork I was able to find, I don't see any mention of FBG cash case or that it is the same weapon used in multiple other murders or another murder at least. So the whole tie-in with FBG cash, I haven't found it yet. The tie-in even with D thing, I haven't found it yet. But what's interesting about this particular case being thrown out there, which kind of has me scratching my head, is the fact that it is alleged, according to the federal press release, a murder for hire case. And who is individual A that purchased this weapon in October 2020 in Atlanta, Georgia? So, a little sticky and unclear. But for now, your girl, Mickey Truth, can only tell you what's in the paperwork for this case. And I don't see nobody that names attached to this. Now, again, we'll look into it further, but y'all already know how I feel about these conspiracies. I got to see it, or it got to be something right there. I'm not doing these loopholes. But with that being said, hey, that's what I got. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. And as always, donations are welcome to support the channel. Hit the Cash App, Mickey Truth 2022. Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to conquer the world. Coming from where I come from. They doubted me, but I